Derek Brunson, minus 150. Anderson Silva, plus 130. Take it away.
Speaking of guys that got to drastically change up their game plans and their approaches, it's very much Derek Brunson. I've been notorious to say this, that I think he gets a little bit, he's definitely not gun shy, but I think he's a little bit afraid when he gets in there. Everyone's got nerves, everyone's very anxious, but him especially so. His last 5 fights now have ended in the first round. He won 4 of them in the first round and then obviously lost his last fight against Robert Whittaker. But he doesn't want to get hit. Nobody wants to get hit, but especially so Derek Brunson. So he runs in, he tries to barrage you with as many punches as he possibly can, hopes you go down and that you don't hit him back. The few times that the guys can take those shots, most notably that last time, they're able to put hands on him, and because he's got a tendency to put his chin right up in the air, he can get hit. You can knock this guy out. But now that you're coming in against Anderson Silva, we know that Anderson Silva, whether he's chinny or he's not, he's durable in his own way. He just went 3 rounds with Daniel Cormier at 205 pounds in a fight he took on a week's notice. He's a durable enough guy. The game plan of just rushing in and barraging him with punches, it could work. Maybe. We've seen Anderson Silva's chin starting to lessen over the years. We've seen him get dropped against Michael Bisping. Obviously saw him got finished against Chris Weidman. Not only be the first time, but he got dropped in the second time prior to breaking the leg. If you put hands on him, you can beat him. But go to the wrestling. Derek Brunson is the guy that completed 3 takedowns over Yoel Romero. 2 of them were very, very clean and very, very beautiful. He's a guy that comes from a wrestling background. But if you look over his last 5 fights, Paul, they all end in the first round. He doesn't complete a single takedown in any of them. The last time he completed a takedown is when he fought Lorenz Larkin. And I see the exact same situation here. The guy's a better striker than you. If you give him the opportunity to hit you, he's probably going to knock you out. You got to go to the wrestling. Anderson Silva hardly puts up any effort in stuffing Daniel Cormier's takedowns. Yes, he probably can't, but he doesn't even try. And they're not particularly nice takedowns. It's almost, I'll just kick the leg out. I'll just turn the corner. And he just falls on his own back. Now, here's the biggest issue.
Well, Anderson Silva came in on like 3 days' notice for that fight against the UFC light heavyweight champion, who
and he did fairly
is
okay,
a very,
all things
very
considered.
solid wrestler. Like, he's Olympic level guy.
Right, but when he's on the ground, Paul, he does not throw up submissions. He does not try to create distance. He doesn't try to do.
He's going, hey, he's normal. I'm here for a paycheck.
I'm here for a paycheck. There you go. So if Derek Brunson goes there, fine. You said it best yourself. Brunson just takes him down.
I think on 3 days' notice he was there for a paycheck.
I don't think so. He's there to win. He's a former champion. He's one of the reasons people are going to buy this card.
I'm not so convinced Brunson. I think Brunson's still, even though after that last fight, it's like he probably maybe thinks to himself, if I put that type of barrage like I did against Whittaker, even my last fight, is Anderson Silva going to survive that early barrage? I'm not convinced that he doesn't come out and just try to have a firefight early on.
But he also got really gassed out after he threw that barrage of punches. Yeah. So he must realize to himself, geez, when it doesn't work, I'm gassed out. Anderson Cormier, take it back to that fight. The first round, when he gets taken down, he does nothing. The round ends. The second round, he gets taken down. He does nothing. Eventually, they just stand it up. He's known for what? The triangle against Chael Sonnen? Well, Chael Sonnen, first of all. Second of all, that's a long time ago. He's not going to submit guys off his back. I don't see him submitting Brunson off his back. I don't see him sweeping Brunson. I don't see him creating space and getting up after Brunson takes him down. The question is, does Brunson decide to himself, just take this guy down?
And Brunson on the way in trying to take him down.
He's going to be way faster.
Eat that. Is he going to eat a knee? Is he going to get hit?
Also, seeing Anderson Silva at UFC 200 at 205 pounds, he's as big as any 205er there. He was as big as Daniel Cormier. Now he's got to cut down to 185 pounds. He's late in his career. He's in his 40s. He's gone through a plethora of injuries over the past. He's going to be much slower. He's going to have not as much explosion. And over the course of 3 rounds, who knows if he's going to start to fatigue, start to tire out. We've seen him go 5 against Bisping.
We saw him in that fight against Daniel Cormier, though. There was a couple. He landed a kick to the body. He's super dangerous when he has his spots.
Fair, but if you rewatch the fight, at the end of the first round, he's just sitting on the canvas, like, very reluctant to get up. At the end of the second round, when they stand him up, referees, like, stand up. This is your chance. He
took it on 3 days' notice.
Yes, 3 days' notice, and he's gassed. And he's taken on a world champion at a higher weight class. You can make all the excuses in the world for him. But what you're doing here is you're just creating excuses for a former legend, a guy like a BJ Penn. Because the fact of the matter is, do you know in the last time that he cleanly won a fight, don't say Nick Diaz, because that was a no contest in a fight that he was a much larger man taking on a smaller man in a relatively close and uneventful fight that he tested positive for steroids in. So the last time that he actually defeated somebody was Stephan Bonner in 2012. He's not the Spider that we remember anymore. He does have a shot to win this fight, absolutely. Counterpunch is the name of the game. But his hands aren't great these days, you know? He's not Anderson Silva in the Matrix against Forrest Griffin anymore. His hands aren't particularly good. His knees are great. His kicks are great. But even more so reason that you lift that leg up, if Brunson commits to taking you down, he will take you down. Brunson's got to not try to go in there and have the mentality of, I'm going to knock out Anderson Silva in the first round. He has has to have the mentality of, I just lost my last fight by knockout. I need to get back in the win column.
He just lost his last fight
down.
by knockout like just over 2 months ago. He got knocked out bad.
Yeah.
It could be troublesome.
He's actually 33 years old,
I
too.
think
He's no
this
spring
is a
chicken.
winnable fight for Anderson Silva.
I do too, but when I look at minus 150 for Derek Brunson, it should be minus 200.
I want more on it.
That's the
I want
thing.
more.
That's why I can't be.
I would need
tricked
like over plus 180, closer to plus 200, which I don't think I'm gonna get because, the public will steam that thing down if it gets to that spot. I think I'm just too worried about Brunson taking that damage so recently, whether he's actually going to come in with the proper game plan, which would be to utilize that wrestling. It's an interesting spot, but stand by for confirmation, but I think I'm going to be passing on that one.